If you designed a website, you completed it, and then suddenly you look back and you're like, something feels off or something looks a little bit weird. That's normal, and it's honestly just basic designer instincts. Now the problem will come into play if you are a beginner at this and honestly you don't really know or can pinpoint reasons why it feels off or it looks a little bit weird. Today I'm going to be breaking down 3 simple design mistakes that most designers make and how to fix them using real human design skills. So this video won't cover a lot of like prompts in AI, and it won't go over any tools because ultimately it doesn't matter what tool you're using. It's all about the psychology behind your designs. And in this video, I kind of want to go over that in these top 3 things that you need to make sure that you understand before. That way you don't make these mistakes. So mistake number 1 would definitely be lack of hierarchy. And this just simply means that you lack the ability to create designs that will guide the viewer's eyes. See, most designers just get into the web design space, they open up Elementor and they just start putting things randomly all over the page, hoping that things look good and really just going based off what looks good to them. But on the flip side, a good designer will create designs where they're in control and decide exactly where the viewer should look first, second, and third. And here's the simple trick. Before you design anything, when you're brainstorming on pen and paper or with pen and paper, or even if you're inside of Figma, you need a section that you have sitting off to the side that honestly is going to ask one of these questions. The first question you need to ask is, what's the first thing I want people to notice when they land on this page? And this is going to be the main message of the website or their page. And then you want to ask, what do I want them to see next? And then you're going to ask, what do I want them to see after that? And basically, you're just setting up a 3-step path. And this is essentially what you need to think about before you're creating. That way you can control the visual hierarchy of your designs. Humans tend to notice things in order, and you as the designer or the DIY entrepreneur are in control of that. So keep that in mind. The second mistake is mixing too many styles because you don't know the theme or the vibe of the brand. A lot of beginners, when they're getting new clients or they're just building out their own website as a DIY entrepreneur, most times you'll just be picking random colors and fonts that you think speaks to you or that you think fits perfectly for this website. And it's okay. You're not supposed to know that if you didn't study for it. However, it's super important if you're going to position or label yourself as a designer to know these things, because oftentimes just because a font or a color looks good, they might not mesh together. Meaning you might put this color up against this other color and it don't look good. Or you might use this font pair with another font and it don't look good. Or even more so, you may use colors and fonts on a design for a specific niche and that doesn't go together. Think about it if you were to go on a school website for like a preschool daycare or something and they're using subtle blue color, just a subtle dark blue and black color. Whereas most times the actual preschool or daycare type of websites are usually very colorful, have a whole entire palette of beautiful bright colors showcasing that they work with children. So it's super important to keep those things in mind when it comes to building out or choosing fonts and colors or the overall style of your designs when you're doing this, especially for clients. So to make this super easy, just choose 5 words that describe the vibe of the brand. So examples, is this website clean, modern, and simple? Or fun, bright, and playful? Or is it strong, bold, and confident? Once you're able to identify the keywords for the particular brand that you're doing or creating for, those words will help you choose your colors and your fonts a whole lot better. And honestly, when you start to dive deeper into the psychology behind of the vibes of different brands, it'll also show you what type of button styles to use, how much space to add, how much space to not have. And ultimately, you will come across, if you're using Pinterest, you'll also come across different font pairs. That way you don't have to use the same font across the entire website. And the third mistake is you avoid the simple details that make sites look professional. When I was a beginner website designer, I honestly thought that I was supposed to think about the big picture. I was supposed to do the most craziest, outrageous things within my design. But the more I learned and dived deeper into the psychology behind design and the main factors that makes a website look more professional, I learned that it's the tiny details that make a website look expensive. That's why if you go on places like Apple, there's nothing too crazy on their website at all. Like, they might have some cooler transitions from their certain sections or pages. However, the design is honestly very, very minimalistic and very clean, but it gives very expensive. And actually it is very expensive. Like, these phones is crazy expensive. So here are just a few basic things to never forget in order to keep your website looking more professional. And these are the little things. Remember, we're talking about the small things that count, not the bigger things. So number one would definitely be making space between the sections very consistent. Number two, using the same corner radius on buttons and boxes throughout the pages. Number three, keeping text lined up neatly. Number four, matching your thick or thin fonts with thick or thin icons. That's why it's super important to go in places like Figma before you actually hop into the actual page builders like Elementor, because ultimately you need to be brainstorming how this design looks, and you need to be able to visually see it before you hop inside of page builders and start building out the page on a real live site. And if you definitely need time practicing, be sure to watch this video where I talk all about spinning up an Elementor or a WordPress website super quick and easy without the hassle or the need of domain hosting, all that good stuff. If you need to practice some web design, I have it linked down in the description box below. And with those small 5 changes that I just went over, those choices will instantly, and I do mean instantly, make your websites look more clean and more professional. And I just want to point out, if you guys are using AI, I have definitely been using them myself, and I do see how advanced they are coming when it comes to building out these web pages. But just because AI can do the beginning phase for you, you still need to know these things, because if AI misses it, you can go in and you can fix it. Now, if you're looking for a easy to start, beginner friendly page builder, especially if you're going to be building websites inside of WordPress, I highly recommend you guys use Elementor. That's actually all I use inside of my projects. That's also all I use to make tutorials here on my channel, as well as what I use inside of my classes that is inside of my community. Now, if you do want to start using Elementor for yourself, go ahead and click the link in my description box. It is an affiliate link, so of course I do get a small commission, but that does not adjust any pricing for you at all. It just helps to buy me a little cup of tea or a cup of coffee to support the channel. In my opinion, Elementor just really makes it super easy for you to apply these real life human design concepts inside of your already existing designs or new designs that you are creating for your projects. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and I was able to provide some sort of help to you, and comment down below any future videos that you would like to see. That's all I have for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.